We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Good tidings we bring to
You and your king. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Season's greetings and Merry Christmas to all our viewers at home and abroad from Providence Television International, the game changer.
Good tidings for Christmas. Good tidings for Christmas. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year.
On the news, federal government insists that taxable Nigerians must have taxpayer identification number to operate a bank account. Former Minister for Labour and Employment Chris Ngige remanded in Kuje prison. Dangote refinery reduces price to 699 naira per litre. In addition, we have the exchange rates and weather report. Ehi is now in the studio. We now join her for the details.
Welcome to the news on the hour on Providence Television International. I am Ehi Eriki Ogieraki. But before we continue the news, let's take these commercials.
Felicitations. At this special period of the year, I'm sending best wishes to members and friends of PCRC SUG Division and the recently commissioned road marshals of the Police Officers Mess. As chairman of both outfits, I'm using this opportunity to thank members for their dedication and valuable services to state and country. I'm very proud of you all, and I pray that all of you will spend the remaining part of the year in peace and good health, in readiness for the year 2026. Signed, Comrade Peter Imaboweho.
Welcome back. The federal government has announced that as from January 1st, 2026, all taxable Nigerians must obtain a tax verification number or taxpayer identification number to operate a bank account. The chairman of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms, Taiwo Oyedele, disclosed this in an interview on Thursday. He clarified that the requirement does not apply to students or dependents who will be exempted from needing a tax identification to maintain a bank account. The chairman further stated that a taxable person is anyone who earns income through trade, business, or economic activity. A former Minister for Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, was on Friday, 12th December 2025 arraigned before an Abuja High Court sitting in Gwarinpa by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission over alleged 2.2 billion naira contract fraud. Justice Marian Hassan ordered that the former minister be remanded at the Kuje Correctional Center pending the hearing of his bail application fixed for Monday, December 15, 2025. Ngige pleaded not guilty to 8 counts bordering on abuse of office and acceptance of gifts from contractors of the Nigerian Social Insurance Trust Fund while he served as its supervising minister between September 2015 and May 2023. The United States congressional delegation led by Congressman Riley Moore has concluded its fact-finding mission to Nigeria over alleged genocide and is expected to brief U.S. President Donald Trump about his findings before the end of December 2025. The delegation, made up of 5 members of Congress, arrived in Nigeria on Sunday and visited internally displaced persons, survivors of terrorist attacks, Christian communities, leaders, and traditional rulers, particularly in Benue State. They also held a meeting with the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, and the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi. Moore disclosed that the team heard harrowing accounts of killings carried out by Fulani and Islamic extremists, describing the experience as the most disturbing of his career. He further noted that the pattern of violence suggests that Christian communities were deliberately targeted. US President Trump in October 2025 designated Nigeria a country of particular concern over Christian genocide, a position which the Nigerian federal government has countered, insisting that Nigerian security crisis has no religious undertone. The Dangote Petroleum Refinery has again reduced its petrol price, slashing the rate from 828 naira to 699 naira per litre. The new price took effect from December 11, 2025, marking the 20th petrol price adjustment announced by the refinery this year. The chairman of the refinery, Aliko Dangote, has emphasized his commitment to keep domestic fuel prices reasonable and competitive despite global volatility and persistent smuggling along Nigeria's borders. The Oyo State Governor, Seyi Makinde, on Friday described the death of the Deputy Governor of Bayelsa State, Lawrence Erujakpo, as a sad and painful loss to the state and the People's Democratic Party. The governor expressed his condolences to the immediate family of the deceased, the Bayelsa State government, the people of the state, and the PDP family. Governor Makinde prayed that God grant repose to the soul of the late Deputy Governor, whom he described as a loyal party man and courageous Democrat. The late Erujakpo was pronounced dead after he collapsed at the government house in Yenegua on Thursday afternoon. Pope Leo XIV has called on Secret Service agents and security operatives to ensure that professionalism must be accompanied by firm ethical outlook, beginning with respect for the dignity of every human. The Pontiff also warned that the pursuit of peace must never come at the expense of human dignity or truth. He called for intelligence activities to be firmly regulated by law, subject to judicial scrutiny and transparency in their financial governance. And now to sports. Super Eagles coach Eric Chalet released his final squad for the AFCON tournament, naming 3 goalkeepers, 8 defenders, 8 midfielders and 9 forwards for the tournament scheduled for December 21st, 2025 to January 18th, 2026 in Morocco. Several new players have been included in the squad, strengthening the options in defense, midfield and attack. The Super Eagles will stage a pre-tournament camp in Egypt and are expected to take on the Pharaohs in an unofficial friendly on December 16th, 2025. 10-time African champions, the Falcons of Nigeria, who held the 36th spot on the FIFA World Ranking for 6 consecutive times, have slipped to 37th on the recent FIFA rankings. The latest rating, however, does not affect their position as Africa's #1 female football team, with South Africa coming second with a global rating of 55 and Ghana third in African and ranked 62nd in the world. The Falcons are expected to defend their WAFCON crown in Morocco in March 2026. The tournament also serves as qualifiers for the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup in Brazil. And now to the weather reports and the exchange rates.
Welcome to the weather forecast for Saturday, 13th December 2025. In Abuja, it will be sunny with a temperature of 34 degrees Celsius. In Lagos, Benin and Port Harcourt, there will be scattered thunderstorms with temperatures expected at 30 degrees Celsius in Lagos, 33 degrees Celsius in Benin and 31 degrees Celsius in Port Harcourt. In Kaduna, it will be partly sunny with a temperature of 32 degrees Celsius. In Enugu and Sokoto, it will be mostly cloudy with temperatures expected at 34 degrees Celsius in both states. And in Washington and London, it will be cloudy with temperatures of 12 degrees Celsius in Washington and 9 degrees Celsius in London. In Johannesburg, rain is expected with a temperature of 18 degrees Celsius. In Rome, it will be sunny with a temperature of 14 degrees Celsius. And in Paris, it will be mostly cloudy with a temperature of 9 degrees Celsius. To the exchange rates, 1 United States dollar, its equivalent in naira, is 1,477. 1 euro, 1,733. 1 British pound, 1,976. 1 Canadian dollar presently stands at 1,073 naira, and the Australian dollar presently stands at 984 naira.
Thank you, Ikekwa, for the reports. And that's the news on the hour on Providence Television International. Thanks for staying tuned.